What's up, guys? Welcome back to the Bianconeri Zone on this Thursday. It's almost April. 2 more days. We play April 1st, right? Yeah. Oh, wow. But it's always almost game day, finally. Like the international break is over. The bullshit or like the reports are over and things that really matter are going to happen again. I'm not going to talk about today's news that there's a feeling that the ruling could be positive, but the ruling on the wages could be very negative because I tweeted it out because people were asking for that news. I skipped that news for a while because it's all guessing. It's actually ridiculous that journalists, quote unquote, have a feeling about it's going a good direction, and even for the wage thing, it's going in a complete bad direction when it's not even like there's no decision being made, especially for the wage thing. So it's ridiculous, but then again, it's Italy. I think it's normal at this point. So I'm not going to talk about that. I'm going to talk about the main news of the day, and that's Antonio Conte, because that was expected news when he got sacked by Tottenham, or sacked like part by mutual consent, but like he got sacked. Like he wanted out, and he got what he wanted. While picking up quite a lot of money still for this season, but I think that was expected. When he got removed, we were getting linked with him very, very soon. And that's what happened. So we're going to talk about that. Please like the video, subscribe to the channel, and let's go. So, I've seen many reports today, some suggesting he's on the list. He's on the list of us, Milan, Roma, name it. There's a report out there saying he's going to take 1 year off. There's a report saying he's not going to take a year off. And there are reports saying he would, walk back to us if he was asked, please come. But the report also said, and it's from Tutto Sport, saying Juve don't want him back. And yeah, he shouldn't be coming back, for in my opinion. He actually, I don't want him ever back at the club. I'm not gonna lie. It takes a lot out of you when he's your coach at this point. It is, because he's always crying, he's always moaning, he's always blaming, he's always shifting blame. It's way too much at this point. He joins the club and he leaves them. When he leaves them, it's shambolic. The only time it didn't happen was with us. Like, we improved. When he left, we improved. We kept on winning. We went to 2 finals, Champions League finals. Not going to discuss if we should have won one, whatever. But we improved. We improved as a club. We took a step forward when he left. Now, obviously, not. we took a step backwards, big time. But when he left, the first few years, we took a step forward. Most of the teams he leaves, they immediately take a step backwards. Chelsea, Tottenham. Probably because it's Tottenham. Inter, Italy, it's all messy, and I just don't like the drama that comes with him. I absolutely, we've done it. I've said it so many times. I want something completely different. I prefer to have a coach that's not Italian, has no ties with the club. That's what I prefer at this moment in time. But that's not gonna happen. The closest you will get to that is maybe Tudor, but he has ties to the club. That's how we operate as a club, and that's how we will always operate. I don't like it. I'm not a big fan of it, because at one point, you just need to think outside of the box. At one point, it stops. At one point, there are not good enough coaches that are just Italian or have ties with the club. At one point, you need to think out of the box. But at this moment in time, we don't have, we have a board, but it's just lawyers. They don't know one damn thing about football. So it's very tough for anyone to come in this job, and especially, I don't think this board is gonna be. We're gonna be the first one, and God knows how many years to appoint a coach that has no ties with the club. It's not Italian, whatever. That's just not gonna happen. So if we're gonna get linked, if Allegri leaves, it's gonna be with this name, with these names. Excuse me. I just pray and hope it's not Antonio Conte. I just don't want him at the club. Like we've been there. I'm not a fan of bringing back used or like old names. Like we're doing it and it's not going well. Like it is what it is. We've done it. It's not going well. You can say it might go well with Conte. I just don't want it. I want something completely different. Something completely different could be De Zerbi, could be Tudor. Who knows who it could be, but not Antonio Conte because the drama he brings is just ridiculous. And frankly, if people have a problem with Allegri, me included, but on different aspects about players and all those things, he's gonna frustrate the hell out of you. He is because he has Richarlison, which I'm not a big fan of him, but he's not a scrub or something. He looks terrible. He got Jet Spence. He doesn't use him. He got the Juma. He's very particular with his players, with his squad. He will like players you absolutely dislike. You will, and he will keep playing him to a worse extent than Allegri, in my opinion. And he will keep doing it, and he will not back down. He will not like even Allegri at some point was like, yeah, McKennie is done. Like it needs to be Fagioli. I mean, even more so this season where we made decisions, Paredes, Barrenechea, that will never be like at this moment in time. He looks very, very stubborn. He has always been stubborn, but this is extreme. Like it's absolutely insane at this point. I think it's also the first time he quote unquote failed because he did well with Italy, above expectations. You might say Tottenham is, how do you want to say, performing well above expectations. You might say that because it's Tottenham, but he won at Inter, he won at Juve, he won at Chelsea, and he's not winning. Like he lost against a championship side in the cup. Like not even a stupid league cup he's winning. Not even that. So it's probably the first time he actually failed before leaving a club country, and he looks extremely nervous. He looks very irritated. He's taking shots at everyone, to a point that even his players who usually love him are like, nope, not doing this anymore, and are basically backing down. So, do you want that at your club? Do you want that now? I'm just like I wasn't all happy when Pogba came back. Like when I wasn't happy when Bonucci came back, when Allegri came back, I was like, we need to do something else. We need to be different. Think outside of the box. When we have been linked with players like Berardi, Zaniolo every single summer, I'm like, make a new list. Like, just upgrade that list. Like, there are, I don't know how many players out there. Why do you always need to focus on the same guys, even when they show no improvement in the time you didn't get him, but you still keep hammering on trying to get them, excuse me. It's ridiculous. And at one point, it's like, just stop it, do something new. But again, it's probably not going to happen, is it? It's going to be Allegri or it's going to be, I don't know at this point, like Tudor, which I would approve of, in my opinion, because it's something different, we haven't done in a while. But I'm just throwing out names, and I'm not saying that's what we want or wanted, blah, blah, blah. And I'm not saying I want those managers, but like, you go for a Nagelsmann, or you went for a Tuchel, or you did go for a Pochettino, and whatever. The only time we really were after one was before we got Sarri, and it was Pep Guardiola. But that seemed like one ridiculous dream. Everybody at the time was, this is a joke. I remember that period. That's when I started the Bianconeri Zone, like on all social media. I remember that summer, whatever, that May month. And everybody was calling out Moblano, saying, you're ridiculous, blah, blah. And later it came out that, yes, he was the main target. And yes, at one point it seems to be close, but then nothing really happened. That's probably the only time we tried that. But then again, it's Pep Guardiola. It seems obvious, Like it seems, yeah, if you can get him, you get him. But that didn't happen. Who's next? Who knows? Probably not. It's probably going to be the same old way of doing business for this club. But let me know in the comments, because I do know a lot of people do want Conte back. Let me know why. Please don't say he will be better than Allegri, because I don't want to disrespect Allegri, but the job that has been done over the last 2 seasons hasn't been good. So any improvement is improvement, but that's not what I'm looking for. I want something completely new for this club. But let me know in the comments. Please like the video, subscribe to the channel. Join me tomorrow for the preview for the first game back after the international break. And yeah, good evening. Ciao.